Greetings everyone, my name is Sime. So last week I made a video about Sonic Mania, which brought in a veritable avalanche of negative comments and downvotes, most of which sucked. And so I figured that, yeah, I could individually explain to every single commenter commenting the exact same fucking thing why they're wrong and in exactly what way they're wrong, but I figured it'd be a lot more expedient to make a video about it and just send it to all of them at once. So without further ado, let's begin. Okay, so I'm scrolling through YouTube comments here, and I'd say a sizable 50% of them are just sort of repeating the same thing over and over again, which is get good. Okay, I've never in my life said get good to someone, but in this case, I'd have to say it. You make some good points, but I have to say your gameplay was hard to sit through. I feel like you are bad at the game, which makes you more frustrated with the nitpicks of the game. Too much whining about very minor details. I hear complaints about Dark Souls, but what it truly is that the difference between an easy puzzle and a difficult one is knowing the answer. It's called figure it out and use your brain, or get good as the kids say nowadays. Is he speaking English by the end of that comment? I'm not even sure. I think he just sucks at the game. You should probably get good at the game. It's simple, you just suck. And lots more comments along that line, but yeah, you get the idea. So, first of all, I want to point out that none of the comments under that video actually specified why I suck, they just said that I do, generally. Like, no, in what specific way do I suck? Point to some video footage in that video and tell me how you would have done something differently. I am actually really curious. I don't even think that the vast majority of the people who are calling me bad in the comment section of that video actually think that, oh, his gameplay was the thing that frustrated me. I think more that I was just complaining about the failure states of the game implied to the audience that I experienced them a lot and that therefore that was angering me. Like, I want to clear something up. My entire time playing the game, I did not get a single game over. Like, the fact that I was bad at the game and got game over after game over after game over, that didn't happen. I'm not complaining about the game overs because they frustrated me specifically. In fact, as I say at the end of the video, I think the game's too easy despite all those flaws. No, when I'm complaining about the game overs, I'm complaining about them on principle. Regardless of whether or not they affect me or not, they are still a shitty design choice. And second, going back to that get good thing, let's talk about get good for a second. Now, where did get good come from, do you think? Well, obviously the Dark Souls community. They were the ones who popularized it. But there is one very important difference between Sonic Mania and Dark Souls. Do you want to guess what that is? One is actually difficult and the other is piss easy. Here's the thing. The reason that get good is a thing within the Dark Souls community is because you have to get good to play that game. You have to reach a certain skill level in order to beat the bosses in the first place. But in Sonic Mania, I don't need to get good. As I say in the video, I can tank hit after hit after hit, running into literally every single obstacle in the level and still pass with flying colors. Because the ring system is a really weird health system that doesn't tie into actual skill. So you don't need to get good to play Sonic games. Now, you could say that not being good is a failure of mine, but I would say that not forcing me to be good, if indeed I'm actually bad, which I don't think that I am, but if you think that I am actually bad at Sonic games, I would say that the failure to get good is not a failing of mine, but a failings of the game, because the game at no point made me get good. In Dark Souls, you have the gargoyles fight, and if you can't beat them if you're not good enough, the game stops you, stonewalls you, and says, halt! You cannot continue until you've reached a certain level of good. And therefore, the players who play that game are forced to get good. They're stopped there until they can jump over that fence. But Sonic Mania doesn't make me do that. I can just stumble my way dick first through the entire level with zero consequences. So why the fuck am I motivated to get good playing a game that just I can walk through anyway on easy mode? It's fucking bullshit. I don't think I actually need to get good, because as you saw earlier, none of the comments who are saying that I need to get good actually point out the specific flaws that I'm doing. I think that I play platformers to a perfectly acceptable standard. I'm not a fucking speedrunner for the game or anything, but I'm also not that guy who played Cuphead for Polygon, right? I can do basic shit. But as I say in the video, I think the core gameplay of the Sonic games is inherently flawed and leads to this type of attitude of, oh, you just need to get good. And by get good, they don't mean actually get good, they just mean play the level a billion times until you memorize it. Because otherwise, there is no possible way for you to get good. If you're running headfirst into spikes at 100 miles an hour and you need the 0.0001 second reaction time necessary to jump over them. Mumpky Jones says, Sonic 06 was the only fun Sonic game. Now there's something I can agree with. Sonic Mania is bad because it has a live system and a time limit. Literally every single Sonic game has them. Time limit can be turned off in some games. Stopped watching right there, since I realized you were obviously baiting. Try a little harder next time, pal. Don't call me pal, buddy. Okay, disclaimer, since apparently I need it now, that video is 100% representative of my actual opinion of Sonic Mania. I didn't like it very much. I'm not fucking baiting. Fuck you. Are you sure you're a fan of the originals? No. I actually never say in the video that I'm a fan of the originals. And it's obvious because I don't like the originals. So I'm not sure why you said that. I came to insult the poster of this video, but the rest of you can do that. Yeah, you're in good company there. Wow, I have genuinely never seen anyone play this terribly. Even small children. You've clearly recorded this footage on purpose just to try and support your argument. That's the level of like cognitive dissonance that we've gotten to, where people think that the gameplay footage that I recorded must have been faked just so I could hate on the game that much more. Because, you know, I'm obviously going to spend way more time and effort than is necessary playing through a game again the bad way, just so I can get yelled at in the comments for it, I guess? Is that the logic we're operating on here? I'm not sure. Sonic Mania trips and fall. Ha man, you're funny. Thank you, I try. This one's great. This is yet another video that I disagree with you on, sigh. Says a guy with a Sonic avatar.
I am Jack's complete lack of surprise.
You ripped off Hypocrite's video, you stupid Lolicon. Now listen here, I may be a Lolicon, but yeah, okay. Okay, funnily enough, when I showed my script to Asperger before I made the video, he made the exact same point about how I was ripping off Hypocrite, and I detest that. Hypocrite's entire video was just focused on the live system is bad, and I saw that and I go, okay, that's also a problem that I have with the game, but he sort of covered it in all the detail anyone would ever need to there, so I'll just like mention it in passing, which is why I don't spend much time discussing the live system. At the start of the video, I talk about how like, okay, here are the 3 things that piss me off, and I basically get the lives thing out of the way in like a sentence or 2. Looks at like to dislike. Yeah, that's what happens when you're a genius. They called me mad! Congratulations, you're a retard. Well, at least I'm in good company. There should be some distinction between review videos and opinion videos. Special thanks to my wonderful Patreon patrons, Tao Bob, Renataja, Soul, Mythnut, Isaiah Christo, Mageline, Ludwig, Calvin Ryman, Jada Prague, Sawsbucky, Forgotten Paladin, and Joe Anderson.